All right, we are on.
We are live.
So good evening, everyone. It's Cindy and Joe from Tampa, Florida, and we are here to share with you what we call our personal VLP movement. And Joe will explain to you what that means.
Well, yes, we'll dive into that in a little bit here. But again, we want to just thank everyone who showed up tonight. We're planning on having a little bit of fun while we can also explain to you a little bit about this VLP movement of ours. Maybe you'll get to know us a little bit better, through this webinar tonight. We certainly hope so. We're going to share with you the company that we've decided to plant our flag with, and you'll understand why as we go through this. Most importantly, we're going to talk a little more in depth about a new technology, a new product that was rolled out earlier this year, and the amount of excitement that it's been creating, and for really good reasons. It's going to be something very, very big in the future moving forward. And then maybe toward the end, for people who are more maybe entrepreneurial spirited, we may just touch a little bit on the business side of things, give you a little taste, a little bit of what this could lead into. And so, maybe Cindy, if you want to tell a little bit about us.
Okay, well, I won't get long-winded here, but I'm Cindy, and I've been always very passionate about staying healthy and fit. I was a young mother and, young grandmother, and I want to, keep up with my grandkids and great-grandkids down the road. And but I've had many challenges throughout my life with severe pain, starting from my early 20s. And that, many times almost got in the way of me fulfilling my dreams. I was a martial artist, and sometimes I was very challenged, even being able to keep up with myself, and in lots and lots of pain. So in my late 30s, I was diagnosed with a severe disorder in my neck. And it had to be surgically corrected. No choice. But my low back was persistently getting worse, and in the next decade following the neck surgery, which was successful, things started getting very crippling, and it looked like more surgery was on the table. Well, I did not want that, but I couldn't deal with the pain anymore. Sometimes I couldn't even get out of the car. I couldn't move laterally, like sitting in a chair. I couldn't get up sideways. I had to be very careful, stand up straight, not twist or turn. And then other days I'd be fine, but I never knew when it was just going to go. So I started searching for alternatives, and when totally by accident, I stumbled upon this company that we aligned arms with. And so the last 4.5 years have been outstanding, and we are so much looking forward to many, many decades to come, helping others achieve the vitality that we've achieved. And because right now I feel like there's no limit to what I can physically do. I feel stronger than I did back in those martial arts days. And that's pretty impressive to say. So
yeah, pretty amazing. Absolutely.
The comeback I made was, really, I'm so grateful for this company.
There was a period of time literally where she just did not have the ability to move, especially laterally. And it was so hard to watch because she's such an active, gal. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so let's see if we could, maybe we'll share our screen here and we'll talk a little bit about what our passion is, because if you understand a little bit about our passion, this might all make a lot more sense to you as to why we do the things we do. So let's talk a little bit about the VLP movement, and that's kind of the way that we have begun to identify just what it is we're all about. And in the VLP movement, we've got basically 3 main pillars that we kind of align our beliefs with. And those 3 main pillars have to do with living a very healthy lifestyle, and a lifestyle that is going to be full of vitality. And, we want to be able to live our life in such a way that we're able to enjoy our life. And by living a really vital life, we expect that's going to lead into a life of longevity. And a life of longevity simply means that you're going to live a longer, more robust life. And so we look for things that will support that in our movement. And if you have those 2 pieces put in place, if you've got the vitality and you've got the longevity, This third pillar probably is something you're going to want to pay attention to, and that's prosperity. Because if you're going to live a more vital life and you're going to live a much longer life, let's face it, you're going to want to live in a lifestyle that you're either used to or a lifestyle that you truly desire. And so we like to bundle these three things together into our movement. And as we move through tonight, you're going to see why this particular business is so perfectly matched with what it is that we're passionate about. So let's talk a little about that.
So LifeWave is the company that I accidentally found. And what it is, it provides a technology for improving our health and providing dynamic anti-aging benefits. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the history. Before LifeWave was founded in 2004, there was a scientist, inventor, biologist by the name of David Schmidt. And David was invited to participate in the U.S. Navy's Next Generation Mini-Sub program. The goal was to find a way to help the crew members survive longer in the event of a catastrophe, an accident, and so forth. So this led David on a mission, and David wanted to find a way to not only help them survive longer, but just keep them awake and alert longer without having to rely on caffeine, stimulants, or anything of that sort. So this led him on to discover or to create the LifeWave Energy Enhancer Patch. Now, shortly after the Energy Enhancer patch was released to the general public, it got into the hands of the Stanford University women's swim team coach, Richard Quick. Now, Richard provided his team members these patches, and 3 weeks later, within 3 weeks, 6 out of 8 of the girls swam their personal best, and one set a world record. So then a little while later, the girls were seen wearing these patches at the Olympic trials, which raised quite a scandal among the Olympic Committee. So the patches were required to go to the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency for testing. The patches were cleared of containing anything. No, there was no drugs, stimulants, nothing contained in the patches, and the girls were also tested clean. So the patches were then approved for usage by the Olympic competitors. When this happened, it literally propelled LifeWave into national media spotlight. Athletes and celebrities from around the world were endorsing this product. So these patches are backed by scientific research. They are clinically tested in medical facilities and universities around the world. And LifeWave has actually over 100 patents, 70 in the area of regenerative science alone. That's quite impressive for this product. So I'm going to show a quick video here that explains exactly how the patches work.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative powers and provide specific health benefits, all without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals, all helping you to stay healthy and young. To find out more, contact your distributor or visit LifeWave.com. LifeWave. Live long. Live well.
I love that little video.
That is really a great video, and it really is, it explains it very well. Like the video says, this uses phototherapy on acupuncture points. They're non-transdermal. Nothing enters into your body, so it doesn't interfere with anything else you may be taking or doing. And the patches are they're placed on specific acupuncture points. I don't know if you can see up in that little screen, or meridian points. And then when these points are stimulated, they improve the flow of energy in the body. And this addresses specific health challenges. So I'll go over just briefly some of the other patch products that Joe and I have been enjoying over the past 4.5 years before we introduced the new product that we're all so amazingly excited about. So after the energy enhancer had been being used across the globe, actually, LifeWave about a year later started introducing other patch products. Silent Nights is a patch product that helps enhance the quality and length of sleep. And then IceWave is a fast-acting, safe, and natural pain relief for the whole body or for local pain. And keep in mind, these products are free from drugs, chemicals, and stimulants. Now, the second generation is what the anti-aging, referred to as Y-Age. I love this particular set of patches. Glutathione, it supports the immune system. Glutathione is actually the body's master antioxidant. It promotes the release of stored toxins and heavy metals. It is so essential for health and for life and for vitality. So I never would go without this patch. It has very high concentrations. Glutathione is produced naturally by the body. But as we get older, our glutathione levels go way down. So this patch does not put more glutathione in your body. It elevates your own body's production of glutathione naturally. Another great antioxidant and anti-aging substance is the carnosine patch. Now, the carnosine is another naturally produced substance, excuse me, that has high concentrations in the heart and in the brain and in the muscle. So carnosine has been shown to increase stamina, improve strength, flexibility, and endurance. And then there's the Eon patch. Now, this patch is really quite amazing as well. It's clinically proven and tested to reduce stress and decrease inflammation very, very quickly. I'm going to show you this illustration here. The top images this is infrared imaging. And the red illustrates where inflammation is in the body. And then 10-15 minutes after the patch is applied, this shows the decrease, a great decrease in that inflammation. And I'd like Joe to share a little story about his experience when we first became involved with LifeWave and started using the products on this particular patch.
This was the patch, yeah. There were two things about LifeWave that really caught my interest. And this particular patch, the Eon patch, really helped me. I was back in college. I endured an injury to my neck playing intramural football, where I had compressed 2 vertebrae in the back of my neck. And I had that big neck brace on forever, it seemed like. And my neck was never the same. I always had that deep pain in my neck and shoulders that I just thought I would either have to live with for the rest of my life, or at some point in time I'd probably have to get operated on. But that Eon patch, after I began wearing that for a little while, it just took all of that pain out of my neck and shoulders. And for the last 4 years, I haven't had that problem anymore. And it also, for me, it reduced the stress level incredibly. And in fact, last night I was in a little 3-car fender bender, and I happened to be the center car. So the guy that slammed into me pushed me into the car in front of me. And after we exchanged, all the information, insurance and so on, the guy looked at me and he said, you know, you're taking this very well. and I pointed down to a patch I had on my wrist, and I said, yeah, I've got my stress patch on today. It's, you know, it's going to be okay.
Anti-stress patch.
Yeah, anti-stress. So anyways, that's my Eon. It really has helped me and has given me all of my range of motion back.
So now we want to talk about the newest release from LifeWave, and this has been in the making for over 10 years. It's called X39, and it has all to do with stem cells, which is the future of health and medicine. So let's again watch a quick movie.
We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave Technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39. The world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Imagine investing in companies like these when they first went public and riding their growth to where they are today. Those who made wise decisions to get involved gained incredible wealth. Now it's your turn. When it comes to regenerative anti-aging science, stem cells are the future. And thanks to LifeWave, you are at the forefront of it all. Don't miss out. X39 puts you on the threshold of explosive growth in your business like no other product ever could. And all you need to do is try it and share it with others. The LifeWave X39 patch, an absolute breakthrough. For your body, for your business. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today.
Live younger.
So let's keep in mind how these patches work, and keep in mind that nothing is entering our body. So these patches are not putting stem cells into your body. What we are seeing today in stem cell research and in the medicine field is very promising. I mean, it really, really is. It is the future of health and regenerative medicine. But what usually is going on here, at least at this point, is they're injecting, say, stem cells from maybe a donor, a young donor, or a healthy part of the body and inject it into an injured part of the body, or so forth. They're adding stem cells that were not there. They may not be your own. They could be your own from a different area. But what this patch does, it elevates this peptide. And let me explain that. Okay, so this phototherapy patch elevates the peptide called GHK-Cu copper peptide. And this peptide is got a lot of amazing anti-aging and health benefits, which I'll talk about in a second. But one of them, and one of the most powerful, is that it activates your own stem cells. And elevating this will activate the stem cell production and reset thousands of genes back to a younger, healthier state. This is really amazing. So what is a peptide? They're building blocks of protein and bioregulators that control genetic expression and biological activity of all the cells in the body. What does this mean, and why is it important? Bottom line, GHK-Cu is a peptide that can slow down the aging process.
That's pretty big.
It's pretty profound. So here's a few things that GHK-Cu can do, and this has been proven in all LifeWave's clinical studies and testing, and the list goes on and on. In addition to increasing stem cells and activating our genes to more youthful levels, there's strong pain reduction benefits, anxiety. It repairs DNA, anti-aging at the cellular level. That is huge. It supports organ regeneration. I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and read this whole list, but as you can see, there's really this is amazing peptide, and it's all in one little simple patch. And here's what some of the LifeWave users and now customers have been saying. And the testimonials are just every day there's more and more amazing ones. So I am going to go ahead and unshare my screen. This is
leave it here just for
I'll
a second.
leave it here for just a minute. We're not done. I just want to leave this here. At this point we usually go and turn over and start talking a little bit more about memberships for those interested and the business side for those interested. But for those who are just interested in this, you can take a picture of this if you have your phone handy, and you'll have the information. And also, if somebody else besides Joe or myself referred you to this webinar, please reach out to them if you're interested in learning more or getting started on these patches.
But let's go back out just for a second and unshare the screen. I just want to talk a little bit. I mentioned earlier the VLP movement and how it kind of is woven through what LifeWave has put together. And as we went through the patches, we talked a little bit about the energy enhancer. We talked about the ice wave and the silent nights. And those were the first three groups of patches that came out. And those in a certain way add to the vitality of a person. And then we started talking about three other patches with funny names that you probably aren't familiar with in your normal day-to-day routines, but the glutathione, the master antioxidant of the body, the carnosine patch, which Cindy had mentioned, it goes to the main muscles in the body, and my favorite, the Eon patch. These are the YH patches, and why does that come into our story? Because when you go from the vitality to the longevity, the YH patches represent that longevity. They're there for the anti-aging process. And then we have this X39 with this crazy peptide that stimulates all these genes in our body, and it just kicks that anti-aging not just into hyperdrive, but it has the effect of almost reversing the aging process. So you're rejuvenating your body. And so this combination could not be better for us. And maybe in a little bit, we'll also talk about that third pillar, which is the prosperity side of things. I just wanted to toss that in here.
And I also, I want to talk a little bit more about this peptide because it's really important. Now this is a great book I came across. It's called GHK Copper Peptides. It's written by Dr. Lauren Picard, who actually discovered this peptide back in early 1970s. And Dr. Picard has been studying this and testing this peptide. And in this book, I just wanted to, and I've got to read off of here because I don't have this, committed to my mind yet. But he says, just like a piano needs to be periodically fine-tuned, the human body, the GHKCU can, it's dark on my side, it can create the gene expression, is what it's saying here, to a healthier and younger state. Okay, so when human genes lose their youthful settings and diseases and conditions of aging set in, GHK, which was discovered during biochemical studies, shows that aging appears to reset human genes to a younger, healthier condition. Now, this is really kind of, the music behind it, so to speak. This book goes into the profound effect that this peptide has on skin and many other organs and tissues as well. It talks about increasing nerve outgrowth, strongly affects 700 nervous system genes, powerful anti-inflammatory, which leads me to a story I'm going to tell you in just a moment. And so I already talked about fights pain and anxiety. It restores. We have the IceWave patch that can help with immediate and local pain, and the Eon patch that can help reduce that inflammation that pulls the pain out. Now this X39 patch is there to help restore the tissue or the point of injury back to a healthier state. Repair damaged DMA at the cellular level. Causes adult stem cells to produce more growth factors. Now, I'm going to make a what do you call it? A disclaimer here,
yes.
Okay, with LifeWave. We're not just, stating that this is going to cure or treat any disease or so forth. This is just something to help support your health. However, in this book by Dr. Picard, suppress numerous cancer metastases genes, inhibits cancer cell growth, restores healthy function in cells damaged by COPD, protects lung tissue after acute lung injury, and increasing the healing of many issues in the skin, stomach, and intestines, and strongly suppresses NFKB, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know what that stands for. I'll have to look that up. The molecule believed to be a primary cause of diseases and aging. So there's a little bit about what this book is about. It really goes into a lot of detail about the skin and the hair, but it also touches on some of these other great benefits.
Yeah, fantastic.
And quickly, my story. So I've been seeing a naturalist for about a little over 2 years now to help with hormone balance. And every 3 months I get my blood drawn. And one thing they noted is that my C-reactive protein, which is a marker for inflammation, serious inflammation, not necessarily the kind that you feel in your joints as due to an injury or so forth, but the type that can actually harm you internally. And we wanted to work on getting that down. Well, I started using the X39 patch in January. When I had my labs done in February, about 6 weeks after starting, I went from a high risk on the C-reactive protein down to normal in 6 weeks. So this is something that was going on inside of me that I had no idea. I had no idea why my inflammation was up internally. I didn't feel it. I feel really good. I don't have any restrictions, but yet it was, and it could have caused potential damage to me as time went on. But now I'm down to normal. Did I feel it go back down to normal? No, not really. But this is what's going on inside at the cellular level that, I really am grateful that now I'm aware of.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're tossing around a lot of big words today and a lot of new science that all I can say is just hang in there with us, because you don't have to understand all this. It just gets good, and that's what we're excited about.
So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. So back to this here again. If you're strictly, interested in these patch products, here's our information. But we're going to move on. Just touch briefly on the membership options and the business side.
Excellent.
Let's see here. Let me go straight to here. And I'm going to talk about the enrollments first.
Sure.
And the reason why is because regardless of your goals here, whether you want to just simply use the products, the patches, or you want to be a part of the business side of it, or both, there's really a huge benefit of enrolling as a member. And I'm going to explain why. And the main reason is purchase these at wholesale price, not retail price. Our X39 patch retails. You can go to our website and buy it as a customer for $149.95. That's a 30-day supply.
Which is really cost effective for stem cell.
When you consider what you're getting. However, as a member, once you're a member, and there's no obligation once becoming a member, the only obligation you have is to save money. That same product is $99 a month. So that's why we highly encourage, even if you're just using the product, to come as a member. There's 5 membership enrollments. To suit anybody's budget, and this kind of gives you an idea what they get. All memberships will, you'll have access to your own LifeWave replicated website, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
This is it.
And if you're in, if you've got people you want to explain this to or share, just because you know what it's going to help them, everything's here. If you go into here, you can see the testimonials and awards and some of the things that LifeWave has done. Over here, you can go into the science.
Yep.
And my computer's a little slow, but you'll see all the science and research, all the patents, it's all right here. So it's an amazing website, and it's available to all members. Also, members receive a back office, and this is really for the business people, a place to manage your business, to track your commissions, and so forth. So it has marketing materials in that, so that's kind of what the membership includes.
Absolutely.
And plus, the higher the membership for business people, there are commissionable incentives to go in at a higher level. Plus, you have more product. There's better value to share and enjoy.
Let's talk just for a second about the 1 packet, 2 packet, 3 packet.
Yeah, that's important. This is not the X39 patch. This is strictly for the other patches that we talked about. Members are entitled to this. If you're just buying at retail, you're not entitled to this. But if you're going to buy 1 patch packet, normally it's $69.95 each. If you buy 2, though, it's $59.95 each, and if you buy 3, it's $49.95 each.
And those typically retail at $89.95.
Yes. So it's a great benefit of the membership. Okay, let's go back here, and I'll let Joe take over and talk a little bit about the business. We're not going to touch on this very heavily here. I do a separate webinar on the compensation plan. So if for those members out there, new members who want to learn more, I can send you the link of a recorded one, but I usually do them every 2 weeks live, and that covers everything.
And so, we're just going to breeze through this. We respect your time. We don't want to keep you on the call too long tonight. We want to give you a little flavor of what it's like to have this kind of business. Cindy showed you a second ago the enrollment packs, and the beautiful thing about that is you're getting into business, for whatever those dollar amounts were there, and you're getting product in return for those dollar amounts. It's not like tossing money into this and then saying, okay, and I got to carry inventory and I got to do this and that. No, this all is taken care of for you in this business. But let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan itself. LifeWave has gone to great lengths to make sure that their compensation plan is one of the best in the business. And after 14.5 years, they have proven this over and over and over again. And the key to the compensation plan that they've put together for us is a term they call compound marketing. And this is going to become more evident to you as we talk a little bit about the comp plan and how it works. Some of the key pieces of the compound marketing concept, though, is that you're able to build your business, and you're only able to build that on 2 different teams or 2 sides or 2 legs or whatever you want to call it. And therefore, it forces you to be putting people further and further in depth as your business grows. And you'll never, ever be required to build any more than just those 2 legs down to unlimited depth. And you're leveraging all of the other efforts going on inside those 2 legs because other people are doing what you're doing. And so we've got 6 separate ways now where LifeWave compensates its members that join the LifeWave business. The first is obvious, it's retail sales. And in retail sales, Cindy mentioned, for example, the X39 has a retail of $149 and a wholesale of $99. Obviously, that's a good piece of money that you can make at the retail level just for people that you know that could use these patches. But they can also go to your replicated website and just order it right from your website. And you don't have to go through all the effort of building this site and getting it all ready. They take the order for you, they ship the order for you, they collect the money for you, and every single Monday morning, they issue you a commission check for whatever retail sales you made. It's really an incredible thing. And so that's the first way, retail sales. The second way is through what they call product introduction bonus. If you were to invite other people to become members of LifeWave, you get rewarded for that. And you get rewarded based on the level that they choose to come into the business on. So in this scenario that you see on the screen now, they can come in as a bronze, buy maybe one X39 pack or maybe 2 of the other individual packs. And you'll earn $15 all the way up to the diamond level. If they come in at the diamond level, you'll earn $200. And the only requirement...
Actually, they waived that requirement.
They have what?
They've waived this requirement. Now, let me just butt in for a second.
Okay, gotcha.
This is new. It used to be that you had to have a monthly order yourself, a 55 personal volume, and I didn't explain what that means, but that simply means you're purchasing for your own your own personal use. And that's really the equivalent of 1 patch kit. So that's not a lot of money to spend to stay in business. But they've waived this for this particular bonus.
Yep.
And for retail sales. So for somebody who wants to get in business, but they're on an extremely tight budget, they can pay a $25 membership kit to purchase. That way they get their website, they get their back office, everything. And they can earn these commissions for product introduction, and they can earn commissions on retail sales. The only thing that they are not going to be able to qualify for is the next thing that Joe's going to explain.
The next few levels here. Okay, so let's roll into the third way, and I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna breeze through this just so you know that it's here. But in this binary commission structure, and this was the second thing about LifeWave when I first heard about it, as Cindy described to me, this binary commission system. I had not seen one of these before, and I began to recognize the brilliance of this having 2 legs of an unlimited depth. And so anyway, you're gonna have a right side, you're gonna have a left side. And as you enroll new members, you simply put them on one side or the other at the bottom of whatever that leg is. And if we maybe talk a little bit here.
Do you want me to move?
Well, let's talk a little bit. There is a requirement at this point for you to be what's considered to be an active distributor. And that simply means, as Cindy mentioned, that you're purchasing the equivalent of at least 55 PV or the equivalence of 1 patch kit, like IceWave or Eon or Energy. Each month, and you're considered active at that point. Okay, so let's dive to
the 2 actively personal.
And the other qualification is that you must have a personally sponsored person on your right side and a personally sponsored person on your left side. And you're going to see as this builds how this begins to bring residual income into the picture for you, and it's a beautiful thing. And so as sales begin to happen in both of those 2 legs, points are going to be accumulated for every one of those sales. And in simple terms, once you have the equivalence of 660 points in one of your legs and 330 points in your other leg, you're going to earn what's called a cycle pay. And that's $50 every single time that you cycle. And if you have more points than 660, those other points are just hung on to until you cycle again. They're just accumulating there for you. So this is going to show you how that unlimited depth is really going to come into play by only having 2 legs. It forces all of those sales and all of those points into 2 sides, and it's just brilliant. So if you take a quick look at how this might happen, you bring in 2 members, you put one on the right, one on the left, things begin to happen, they begin to bring in members. You have a third person that you want to bring in. You simply put that person at the bottom of one of those 2 legs. And then as we see this next slide, you'll see how this begins to, you know, gain a life of its own. Let's go to the next slide.
Can I add one
yeah,
thing?
sure. Yeah.
These little circles not only represent people who are in the business, they're representing any purchase, any product purchase, whether it's a retail sale, a person purchasing a membership just to use the product, or somebody that's
good point
in the business.
So you'll see how this grows, you know, down one side, down the other side. You're going to find along the way that you're going to find some business builders in there, and it can get pretty exciting pretty quickly as these things begin to develop. Those cycle pays, you can earn multiple cycle pays a week. You could even earn multiple cycle pays a day. And with the explosion of this new X39 patch this year, we're seeing some remarkable things happen. Well, let's talk about the next way here before I dig into some of the numbers that are going on. The fourth way is what's called matching bonus. I won't talk much about this. This is when your business begins to grow, but you have personally brought people into your business, and when they start to cycle, you begin to earn an additional bonus on top of what they're earning. So as they begin to earn those $50 cycle pays, you get an additional bonus equivalent to 25% of whatever cycle pay they earn. It doesn't come out of theirs. It's just added on top of everything else that you're earning. Not just the people you personally sponsored, but the people that they have brought in, the members they have brought in down 3 levels, those second 2 levels, you'll earn 20% of all of the cycle pay earned in those levels. Now, number 5, we talked a little bit back on number 2 about what's called product introduction bonus. And if you remember back in 2, it went from $15 when you bring a bronze member in to $200 when you bring a diamond member in. Well, LifeWave actually pays $500 out when a diamond member comes in. You earn $200, another $300 is allocated to the people above you who have helped you build your business. And so it's pretty exciting. We don't talk much about this at the beginning because it's kind of down the road, with the exception of one key point, and that's something you need to understand, and that is that if you come in at the diamond level, or if you upgrade to the diamond level, LifeWave does something very special for you. For the next 14 weeks, any diamond members that you bring into LifeWave, you're going to earn the entire $500 product introduction bonus. And so you can see where you can begin to make really good money in a hurry, the way LifeWave has put together this compensation plan. There is one more, and this is a brand new addition to the LifeWave compensation plan, and it's a new member bonus. And basically what it says is new members, this is a way for them to begin earning additional commissions in a hurry, because if you can show new members how to begin making money in the LifeWave business, they're going to stick around, and they're going to be helping other people do the same thing. So in the first 90 days, every time a new member brings another member into LifeWave, they get points for that. And each week, those points are accumulated. And what LifeWave does is they create a separate new pool of commissions specifically to reward these new member bonuses. And I'm not going to go into all the numbers of it, but it's roughly about 3% of all of the cycle pays and all of the matching bonuses that they paid out in the prior week. They grab a 3% number that makes up, and they take that and they give it to all the new members that have brought new members in during that week. We read a little story in the company magazine a couple of weeks ago, just to get a flavor for this, where this one Monday morning, one gentleman had $1,000 in the new member bonus, and it was just tossed in on top of everything else.
And that's addition to the fast start bonuses that he earned for those members he sponsored. And that's addition to any retail sales he may have made, and it's an addition to the binary points that he accumulated.
So we just want to give you a flavor there of how all that works. You know, the new member bonus really helps everyone in the organization because it helps people create worthwhile businesses faster and businesses that they're going to be proud of and work hard, especially when you've got products like this, you know, to use. And so this is that third piece. And as far as we're concerned, this is that prosperity piece of our three-part, three-pillar VLP movement. So what do we have here?
Just a summary of the membership. We pretty much covered this.
Okay.
So we don't, you know, the savings on retail versus wholesale price, your website, your back office, and awesome new member bonuses so that new members can really supercharge their new business. I think it's awesome.
But what we find out is a lot of people are really, really excited about the products and the patches. And we find ourselves talking about the business opportunity when new people sometimes aren't ready for that. But just the products themselves, they're so easy to understand how they're helping you. And you get these little pamphlets with each time that you buy your patches. And in the pamphlets, they show you, and it's not going to look, you know, come out real well. They show you exactly where to place each and every patch. And the marketing material that they put behind all of their products is pretty amazing. The X39, the brochures are beautiful. The packaging itself is crisp and beautiful. And when you open the package up, you know, you have the patches, 30 patches. Oops.
The lighting is kind of
yeah.
getting it blow.
Little booklets that actually translate everything about the X39 into 14 different languages. We're worldwide. We're in multiple languages. It's just an absolutely incredible opportunity to help people who are in pain, help people who have needs that they need to take care of, help people who are really interested in anti-aging, help people that want to reverse the aging process. And oh, by the way, there's a little business behind it too. So while you're helping them, you're creating that prosperity for yourself.
Well, that's all we have for you this evening. We really appreciate you and you're taking your time to listen to us tonight. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to us. Unless somebody else referred you, then reach out to them.
Yep.
And
as we see questions, we're going to review this a little later on, and we'll get with you on some of the specific answers. But that, you know, feel free if you have other questions. We'll check out what's in the question and answer area.
Yeah, Jen, I can answer that question for you. Not directly. However, there is a patch that we didn't talk about, and I can't do a personal testimonial on this, but it's called the SP6. And the SP6 patch is to help reduce cravings, and it's an appetite suppressant. However, there have been testimonials out there that it does help with those type of symptoms. And I cannot attest to that personally because I have not experienced it, but I know that I've heard it. I know that some of our leaders have talked about it. David Jumper, who's one of our upline leaders, almost to the top.
Yes.
He has made testimonials on behalf of some ladies that are going through that period of their life, and that it has helped. So again, I could try to find more information, but I can't personally say yes.
I'm going to mention one more thing that has come up a lot here in the last couple of weeks and a lot in the testimonials. And it has to do with the people who are using the patches to help their pets.
Oh.
The dogs, the cats, the horses. LifeWave has an entire separate patch called the Yeah. It's the AccuPatch. It's designed for the equine, the horse folks. And there's an entire leg of LifeWave this whole group is just dedicated to using the LifeWave patches to help horses in the horse industry and so on. But they have found now, we've found personally with dogs and with cats, we've heard some incredible stories about how the Eon patch. Oh, wait, there's one of our grandpas.
Wait, I didn't share the screen yet. Hold on.
Hang on, you're going to get a little vision here. Oh, wow.
Okay, so there she is.
Okay.
This is little Molly. She's our grand dog. She stays with us a week, a month or so, because we just like to have her. And she's 13 years old, and about 3 years ago, we almost lost her. Now, she has a lot of neurological issues in her neck. She's got, her spine's pretty much a mess. And about 3 years ago, her legs started to give out. And she got to the point where she was in so much pain that she went into seizures because she wouldn't eat, and we almost lost her. And they wanted to operate, but they didn't think that she was strong enough. So we took her home, and we had to carry her outside. She couldn't use her front legs. I threw an Eon patch, that's what she's wearing in this photo, on the top of her head. And at the time, this photo was actually taken recently because we use it every now and then when we see her slowing down or staggering a little bit. And then at the time, because she couldn't walk at all, I put IceWave patches on the bottom of her paws. It was a little hard to get them to stick, but they did. And within an hour, she started to move around, and finally, by the end of that day, she was up around walking on her own.
Yeah, and we've had periods where she just is hopping around.
Oh, yeah.
She gets real energetic now. It's just brilliant to see. And you can imagine how people, pamper their pets. And if they can find a way to help their pets live longer or what have you, it's just a whole different aspect of LifeWave that we seldom talk about. But I just thought tonight I'd mention it because we've had a couple of conversations this week concerning pets and so on. So, we've got some friends down in Australia. They went so far as to patch a goldfish, a koi.
Don't ask how.
And with remarkable results. So we'll bring them on one of these days.
Yeah, we will have them as a guest one of these days.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to call it an evening, everyone. Thanks again. And I will be in touch with everyone. And thank you. And have a great evening.
We certainly appreciate you coming on tonight. We're very grateful for that. And reach out to us, especially some of the new folks. Just reach out to us. We'll show you what we think the best way to get started would be.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Good night.